Welcome YouTube, it's your boy Lion AR. Today I've got a vlog, and the vlog is a very important one. It's health related. Recently come to acquaint myself with a lad I've known for years, but I didn't know his history of his weight loss. He was 51.5 stone and he was told, lose weight or you're dying. So what did he do? He lost weight and he's done 25.5 stone in 2 years. Wow, that's like losing me twice over almost in 2 years. So from here, non-existent. That's what it's about. If you see him now, he looks good. His name is Paul Stevenson. We're going to introduce him in a second. But the reason about this journey is very important for all you people out there that tap in or get to see this vlog, or get to see this video. He's going to tell you about the health reasons that he's gone through, the suffering that he's endured, the mental, the physical stress, the doctors, the constant hospital appointments, seeing medical specialists, weight loss specialists. You know, he's seen it all. And he used to be fit and healthy like me. He was literally used to look like my kind of shape, an ex-doorman. You know, what happened, what went wrong? And now he's putting it right. I have to salute him right now before you introduce him. Salute to you, Paul, and everybody out there who's in the same boat as you. Paul Stevenson, how we doing?
I'm all good, brother.
Nice to meet you, bro.
You too, man.
It's been an honour to meet you, Paul. I mean, I've known you for a long time, but I didn't realise the journey you were going through, what happened, and how it went wrong. You had to lose weight. They said lose weight or die. And at that point, you reached out for help. Just take us back to the start of when you were like me and how it gradually kicked in.
I stopped exercising and I was living a terrible lifestyle. I used to drink, used to eat takeaways all the time, used to drink Coke every single day. And because I stopped training, my weight ballooned up. I'd eat pizzas, chips, kebabs. Average breakfast, I'd have a bowl of cereal, big bowl of cereals, or a couple of breakfast cobs. For lunch, I'd have 3 or 4 cobs for dinner. And then in the evening, I'd have a takeaway. I'd drink 2 litres of Coke, 4 Lucozade a day. After we started turning things around, we had a guess, and we reckon it was anywhere between 7,000 and 8,000 calories a day.
Could you finish a whole large pizza yourself?
Easy.
What about an extra large, family size, 14 inch?
Yeah, easy.
Wow.
With chips.
With chips and ketchup.
Yeah, for real.
Alright, okay. So
About 10 years, about 9, 10 years.
And you got bedridden towards the end. How long were you bedridden for?
Probably about a year before I asked for help. I was spending more and more time in bed, avoiding friends and not seeing people.
Right, okay. You was depressed, were you? You suffered from depression.
Since I was 12.
And, you know, do you think that contributed towards it?
Hugely, yeah. A lot of people eat because they're depressed. That's where a lot of overeating comes from. People eat because they're feeling down, they're feeling lonely. A lot of it, yeah. Mine, personally, I've never ate for comfort. I ate out of boredom because I was bored and I just used to eat. What was you know, like when you're drinking so much sugar and you're eating so much sugar, like crisps, chocolates, you was eating all this, yeah? Yeah. How many packs of crisps would you eat a day? I'd eat 6 a day if I had them. And just like that? Yeah. And your shopping bill, how much would that come to a week? With takeaways and everything like that, you're looking 150 quid a week. 150 quid? I can spend that in my household in a week. Yeah. There's 6 of us, 4 of us, you know. One person eating £150 of junk, and junk is cheap. Yeah, that's junk is cheap. And that's another thing though, junk is easy to buy. Like you can buy it for £1 or £2, you can buy massive bars of chocolate. Yeah. You go and buy fruit, you could just buy a punnet of grapes for £2 or 3 quid. Yeah. And most of my shopping, when I buy for myself, it's on fruit and stuff like this, and it's costing me like 40 quid a week just to feed myself fruit. Whereas if I was eating crisps and chocolates like you, it'd probably cost me 20 quid, I could be binging. You know? And that's the thing though. And that's the issue. That's because you wanted to eat, because you were bored, so the easiest way to eat is the cheapest food. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. So that was a major factor then? Huge, massive. So you were eating
How many calories? 8 to 10,000.
I reckon personally, I reckon between 7 to 8,000
a day.
But that's just a guess.
And remember, without any exercise, eating that's like world strong man kind of calories. What they
Yeah.
consume, bodybuilders consume that were like 21, 22 stone of muscle. The body needs it, but they clean calories. It's easier to down junk calories.
Yeah.
You couldn't put 8,000 calories or healthy calories. No. So you're 51.5 stone. When did you reach out for help? What happened? Tell us about the date.
It was April the 9th, 2015 that I used to get a lot of abscesses, and they used to get really badly infected. And with me not being able to get to the doctors, I never used to like bothering them, because getting a home visit, obviously it's got to be quite serious to get a home visit from a doctor.
And they don't see that as being serious when you're bedbound, almost dying.
No, because I was in my 30s and I'm not registered as disabled, they didn't see it as a home visit.
Okay.
But after basically threatening to go to the Telegraph and letting them know how the surgery was ran, they sent out a doctor. And
that changed your life?
Yeah, that was a turning point, definitely, 100%.
What did the doctor make you do? To make you walk some steps or something?
After I'd started getting help, my clinical psychologist wanted me to see how unhealthy I was. So he asked me to walk to my kitchen window and back again from my living room, which is about 10 steps there, 10 steps back. I walked there, walked back, sat down, I was out of breath, I was sweating, and we did a heart rate, and we measured my heart rate, and my heart rate was 159 beats a minute just from walking 20 steps. And I got blood test results back saying that I was type 2 diabetic.
That's the thing that hurt, I bet.
Because...
Are you diabetic now?
No.
So you got diabetic and you lost it as well?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in May 2015.
Which is self-induced.
And then I went in for surgery last year. I had a gastric sleeve done, and the day before the surgery they said that to stop the meds because it could affect me while I was under anaesthetic.
Yeah.
And I've not touched a diabetes med since.
That's big. So the man not only lost 25.5 stone so far, but he also induced diabetes type 2 and he's beat it. You are one lucky chap. Honestly, I'm telling you are blessed differently.
He basically, they got a nutritionist in to help suggest changes for me to try and get weight down. The ultimate goal was to have surgery, because even if I'd have lost 15 stone, I'd still be 36 stone, which is still morbid, stupidly morbidly obese.
Yeah.
So surgery was inevitable. We wasn't avoiding it, it was on the horizon. But we needed to get as much weight off as quickly as we could so we could get the operation done to lose even more weight as quickly as possible. Because the fact is that I was in the near certain death criteria. You
said before you reached out for help, you were isolated probably in that bed for a year and a half almost. Depression didn't help you, but what else was going through your head? Before you reached out, I know you said you felt like you were dying. What do you mean you actually felt like you were withering away or dying?
I could feel myself getting worse. Like literally, I could feel infection coming on before it even hit. I could feel myself feeling sluggish, getting cold sweats.
You're lying in the bed, how do you feel sluggish? How do you feel?
Because when an infection grips you, you can't fight it. You can't fight it without.
Why were you getting these infections? Was it simply
just
because
my size?
of overweight?
Just of my size, purely because of my size. Because of the amount of skin I had that was hanging, you get a small abscess, and then because you don't treat it, it becomes infected, and then it becomes really bad. And
all right, personal question: how did you bathe? How did you clean yourself?
I had to have carers come in.
Carers,
I had to have home help once a day, first thing in the morning, to help me wash, prepare my breakfast. And it's probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever been through.
Humiliation.
Yeah.
Degradation, yeah?
Yeah.
Degradation. It's like, you feel degraded, you're humiliated. How long did you suffer with this, before you thought, enough's enough?
I had the carers for about a year beforehand. But my physical health, even though it sounds like stupid to say, my physical health wasn't that bad. It wasn't to the point where I was in bed all the time at that point.
Because your kidney, liver and your heart function was still good. That's crazy.
Yeah.
For a guy, what was you like an obese kid when you were young, or would you say you were a fat kid?
I was a big lad. I wasn't fat. I wouldn't go as far as to say I was fat. I was a big lad, but I was always very physically active. I played football at least 6 times a week. I played indoor cricket, rugby. You know, I'd go on bike rides. It wasn't as though I was always fat. I was a big lad, but I wasn't always fat.
Right. How long have you suffered from depression?
Since I was 12. 24 years.
Do you know the reason why?
Yeah. My mum got poorly when I was young. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Okay.
And then my mum passed away when I was 19.
Right, God bless her soul. And then depression started from when your mum passed away?
Before. When we found out she was ill, I just couldn't deal with it. You know, it was going into the unknown where multiple sclerosis was concerned, because back in the early 90s you didn't have internet to research it.
Yeah, of course.
There was none of these things where you can go on Google and have a look and think, oh right, okay, that's it. It was a case of your mum's got MS, and we weren't even aware that people would die from it. May the 5th, 2016.
So it's been really a year?
Just over a year and 2 months nearly.
And how much have you lost?
In total, we're 25.5 stone in.
Well, double fist that, mate. 25.5 stone, wow.
Since the operation, let me just get this right, I'm 100 kilos down.
100 kilos?
In 12
That's just about what I weighed, just a little bit more, and you lost that in a year?
Yeah, about 15.5 stone.
So you lost me in a year, I didn't exist no more. Why are you doing that to me, Paul?
Sorry, bro.
No, but...
They performed a sleeve gastrectomy, which is where they put you to sleep. They make certain ports to move your organs around, and then they basically section off your stomach. They removed about 3/4 of my stomach.
What?
She said that it looked like a skinned rabbit when they pulled it out.
And that was your stomach?
Yeah.
So now your stomach shrank because it's kind of narrowed it down and cut it out. Guy who couldn't walk 10 steps 2 years ago, you're actually walking a mile on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Swimming how much?
Well, about 50 to 60 lengths, but sometimes I'll go for a mile, which is about 94 lengths in the pool there.
So you're probably fitter than some of the guys who are not training, they're 10, 12, 15 stone. Wow. And, you know, so you're doing this every single day? 5 to 6 days. You love the steam room, don't you?
Oh yeah, the steam room's a saviour, bro. It's just relax. After you've beasted yourself out in the gym, it's good to just be able to go and chill out.
You know, and so now you feel like a normal person, you're back out mingling with people, you do what you like best. You love boxing, don't you?
Yeah, boxing, MMA, football, love it all.
And now you can go to actual events. You know, so out there, for all the people that, you know, who think that it's the end of the line for them, this is a true inspiration, not just to you, he's inspiring me today. I sit here and talk to Paul, and he inspired me to kind of let me know that no matter how bad it gets, there's always positivity, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. After every dark night, there's a bright day. And after every 51.5 stones, there's 25 stones, you know, to be lost in two years. It's possible to do. Don't feel like you're alone. What are the simple steps you could tell the viewers today, the listeners, of how to get to where you got to the quickest and best way?
Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There's no shame in it. You don't have to suffer. You know, I suffered for a lot of years, and all it took was a phone call.
And change your life.
And it can spin it on its head.
But
literally.
You gotta want it.
Yeah. Oh, unless you want it, you'll never do it. You'll never do it. I over the years, I had PT sessions at home. You know, bought weights at home, bought punch bags at home, and I just put them in the cupboard. You've got to want it. If you don't want it, you'll never get to where you want to be.
What's your blog? How do we follow you? Because you're going to start vlogging soon anyway.
Yeah.
But your blogs at the moment are written, because the difference between a blog and a vlog, I get this asked all the time. What's your blog? I say it's a blog. Blog is a written account. Vlog is a video log of the same thing. So vlog and blog are two different things. He's doing a blog at the moment.
Yeah. Basically, it's my own page. It's a story of my illnesses, where I was, where I'm going to, and ultimately where I want to be. It's www.paulsredemption.wordpress.com.
Paul's with the S.
Paul's Redemption. .wordpress.com.
.wordpress.com. You found a link at the bottom of this description. And also, if anybody wants to reach out and contact you, are you happy to leave an email address?
Yeah, of course, yeah. You know,
what's your email address?
It's tank19812000@yahoo.co.uk.
Tank. Just go to the trainers right now. Them trainers, that name says it all. Came out in the tank. We're rolling big. So right now, we know where we're going. And you've been on seminars, the doctors, you actually become an aspiration to the doctors, and you're a living example that they buzz off. You're becoming one of the biggest examples they can present to people of what you've gone through and what the achievements are within 2 years. Paul's a celebrity right now, and he's going to become a bigger celebrity. So if you want an autograph or you want it handwritten and sent out through the post, inbox him with your, and I'll just attach my line here on there. But anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Paul.
Thank you very much,
all the best, my man.
Cheers,
listen,
man.
we need to stand up and have a hug here right now.
Cheers,
hey, this guy, just to get a comparison now of what he looks like, let me just pull this chair out. He's a similar height to me, almost, just a couple of inches taller, and he was 51.5 stone. I'm 15 stone and I primed about 16.5. But if you look at the comparison, standing this way, and then when we face off, standing this way, if you got it from here, you won't really be able to tell that he's lost all that weight. It's when you step back, you go lower, just step back and show people the side of it. This is all about the tank. Tank looks serious. Don't hit me, tank. But yeah, on that note,
cheers, bro.
All the love in the world, man. Double touch. Say to the camera, frequent, baby. Frequent. Thanking you for watching this video. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, comment down below, and do subscribe.